Okay, so I'm really sorry about that. Let's do the trigonometric equations, okay? So we're just gonna do the simple ones, okay? We're just gonna do the simplest of the simplest. So I'm really sorry about that. We'll just take some time because I'm using two devices. So the other one keeps on going off. I'm really sorry, guys. Yo. I think we have this one. And make sure that it doesn't go off. Now keep on pressing it, okay? Okay. So yeah, then we can start. So we just wanna solve simple trigonometric equations. Okay, so I hope we all understand what is an equation, okay? An equation, it is an expression, two expression joined by an equal sign in between. Okay, like let's take an example. If I just say that if I just write cosine theta, this is not an equation, right? But then once I say that cosine theta, it is equals to 0,5. Because of this equal sign in between the two expressions, then it becomes an equation. Okay, so our topic, it is trigonometric equations. Okay, so trigonometric equations, it simply means that these are the equations that involves trigonometric ratios, right? So what are our trigonometric ratios? You all know them. We have sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant, and cotangent. Okay, so we'll be dealing with this. So, okay, sharp. From the previous example and exercises, we saw that the trigonometric ratios of a given angle can easily be found by using a calculator. Okay, the reverse process is also possible. This process is finding the size of an angle when given its sine, cosine, or tangent. Okay, let's take an example so that these things can make a bit of more sense. Okay, so in this example here, we have, let's say that it's our example, right? We start straight from here. Cosine theta, it is equals to how much? It is equals to 0,5. Okay, in order to do this, we will make use of arcsine. Okay, so for you to solve this, check. Now you have 0,5, you have a cosine there. So our aim is to calculate this angle, right? So for us to get this angle, this is how we are going to attempt it, okay? You're simply going to say that theta, it is equals to, then you go on your calculator, you press shift, right? After you press shift, you press your cosine, then it will look like this once you press it, right? And then it will open the bracket for you. You just put 0,5 in the bracket, okay? Then after that, you will get the answer, which is the which is the solution for this particular problem. Okay, so you'll just say that theta, it is equals to, then you put your answer there. Remember that your angles are in which units? Degrees, right? So whatever that you will get here, you will just put a degree on it. So I think you are going to get 60 degrees. Okay, so let's take one more example. Okay, so let's give it a title. Okay, so our question here says that determine the size. Okay, those who do physics, they call it magnitude sometime, né? The size of the acute angle. Okay, acute angle theta in each of the following of the following. I'm just going to make it like this. I'm going to write it like this. Trigonometric equations, okay? Trig equations. Okay, so this is the shorthand for trig equations. Okay, round your answers off to 1 decimal place when necessary. Okay, so don't forget that we are rounding our answers to how many decimal place?
1.
To 1 decimal place. Okay. Let's quickly, we did the first one already, and then let's do this one. Let's say that you have tan theta. It is equals to 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so remember your aim here is to solve this theta. Okay, this is the angle that we want to do what? We want to solve. And don't forget, they said that you should round off your answers to how many decimal place?
1.
To 1 decimal place. Okay, then we simply going to say that theta. Then if we want to shift this tangent here, okay, we want to take it to the other side of equal sign.
Okay.
You do what? You press
Shift
on your calculator. Okay, this you're not going to write it for me. I'm just doing it so that you do not forget. You press shift. Then once you press shift and you press tangent, it will give you arctan like that. Right? And then after that, you put this in the bracket, which is 4, 1, 2, 3. Then you close your bracket. Then your answer, remember they said that we should round it off to how many decimal place?
1.
To 1 decimal place. And then your answer, it will give you 76,4 degrees. Okay, 76,4 degrees, because of you rounded it to how many decimal place? To 1 decimal place. Okay, so here they use the word acute angle. Let me just go deep on this one. So remember, what is an acute angle? An acute angle, it is any angle which is below how many degrees? An acute angle is all the angles which are less than 90 degrees. Okay, so they are less than what? They are less than 90 degrees. 90 degrees is bigger than those angles. And then all the angles that are bigger than 90 degrees, we call them obtuse angle. Okay, so they say determine the size of the acute angle. Is it really an acute angle? It's 76,4 degrees. Is it an acute angle? Yes, it is. Why? Because of it's below 90 degrees. Let's answer another question here. So we have sine theta. It is equals to 0,707, right? So we follow the same routine. We just say theta. We press shift on our calculator. Remember, we are moving this sign to the other side, right? So once we move it to the other side, we just press shift, then we press sign, and then it will look like this once we press shift first. And then you just put 0,707. Then your theta will be how much? Your theta will be 44,9 degrees to 1 decimal place. Remember, they said that you should round them to 1 decimal place. Okay, so let's just go a little further. Let's just go a little further. Let's say we have another example which looks like this. Okay, so let's say that you have 2 sine theta. It is equals to what? It is equals to 0,435, right? So please listen to me very attentively. Okay, so now check. We have this 2 here. All along it was not there, right? This 2, it was not there. Now it is here. And then our aim is to remove everything from this side and remain with what? With our theta, which is our angle. Okay? So now pay attention. How do you deal with this one? So the first thing that you're going to do, you are going to remove these two first. Okay? So quick one, can we remove that 2? So this is how we are going to remove that 2. So 2 sine theta, it is equals to 0,435. I haven't removed it yet. I just copied the same question. Okay, how do I remove that 2? You see that 2, the 2 and the sine theta here are not being separated by positive or negative. Okay, if they were separated by positive or negative, I was gonna transpose. And then when you transpose, that is where now this changes the sign and it goes that side. Only if these two are separated by what? By plus or minus. Now they are not separated by plus or minus. So how do you remove that 2? This is how you remove that 2. You just divide by itself. And the laws of equation says that whatever that you do on the right, you must also do on the it on the left side. So this will go away with it, right? And then now we will remain with your sine theta. It is equals to, I asked her to make sure that the device doesn't go off, and she forgot. Now we are wasting another 2 minutes or a minute. Okay, cool. So make sure that it doesn't go off. Okay, so then after that you divide that through with that number. Okay, and then when you divide it through with that number, how much was that number? I mixed them up. But then, however, after you divide it, then now you wanna get theta. How do we remove this sign? Remember, we did it already. How do we remove the trigonometric ratio? We press shift, right? And then we just say sine. Then it will appear like this. Then you can put your 0,435 over 2. Then from here, you will get your answer. And your answer will be in what? In degrees. Don't forget to round it to how many decimal place? To 1 decimal place. Okay, let me bring a different problem which is similar to the ones that we have just done. Okay, so now what about this one? You have let me just call it D, ne? So this is D. What about this one? Now you have sine 2 theta. It is equals to how much? It is equals to 0,435. Okay, how do you deal with this one? You see now our 2, check where our 2 is. Okay, let me just use a different highlighter. Here is our 2, guys. You see, on our previous example, the 2 was our coefficient of trigonometric ratio. It was just in front of the trig ratio, right? But then now our 2 is attached to what? To our angle, which is theta, right? Then how do we remove it if it's like that? So this is how we are going to deal with it if it's like that. If it's like that, then you are simply, oh Jesus Christ. If it's like that, you're just going to say that you are going to remove the trigonometric ratio first. Okay? So let's remove what? The trigonometric ratio first. So we are just, if we remove this trigonometric ratio, we are going to remain with, oh, what's wrong now? We are just going to remain with 2-ish. 2 theta. It is equals to sine. You moved it to the other side, right? It becomes what? It becomes sine like that. Okay, we call it arc sine, ne? And then you put what is this in the brackets. It becomes 0,435. You close the bracket. Okay, then after you have removed this, Now you can remove that 2. I guess we all know how do we remove that 2 now, right? How do we remove it? We divide throughout by what? By 2, both sides. Okay? Then your theta, it is equals to our device went off again, guys. I'm really sorry about that. Okay, so then you press this on your calculator. Then you will have 0.435 close the bracket divided by 2. And then how much do you get when you press your calculator? Your theta, if you press your calculator very well, it will give you 12.9 degrees. Okay, so check now. Okay, we have done this. Okay, we started with the simple ones, right? Where you just had the trigonometric ratio and the angle. Then we moved to the ones where you have a coefficient of a trigonometric ratio, meaning that a number attached to your trigonometric ratio, right? And from there, you just moved to the ones where a number now it is attached to what? To your angle. Okay? So let's take the last two comprehensive ones that will help you to understand almost everything about the trigonometric equations, and then that will be it about trigonometric equations in grade 10. Okay, so it's not really a lot, guys. You can make a killing in this topic only if you want. So another one, it is now let's have all of those things in place. Okay, you have 1/2 tan 2x, it is equals to 3. You see now, you have all those things in place. Am I lying? You have this one, you have a coefficient of your trigonometric ratio, and then you also have a coefficient of your what? Of your angle. Okay, now how do we deal with this? So we're gonna remove this one first. We're gonna remove this one, eh? And then after we remove that one, we remove that one, the trigonometric ratio, and the last one to be removed will be that one. Is that difficult? Not at all. Okay, so we are just going to say that the first thing we want to remove what? 1/2. Okay, how do you remove 1/2? Remember, it is not attached to tangent by plus or minus. So you divide throughout by this, or you can multiply by its reciprocal. Okay, what is the reciprocal of 1/2? It is 2/1. So it's either you multiply by its reciprocal or you divide by this, both sides. Okay, so let me just teach you another method of removing this. So I'm just going to multiply by the reciprocal of this thing, both sides. Ne? So I'm going to say the reciprocal of 1/2, it is what? It is 2/1 times 1/2 tangent of 2x. It is equal to, don't forget what you did that side. You must also do this side. Okay, so this and that will go our way, right? And then of course 1 and 1, it's not that significant. Then you say that tangent of 2x, it is equals to, now 3 times 2, it is 6. I hope I make sense, right? Then what's next now? The next thing, we're removing the tangent. How do we remove the tangent? By pressing shift on your calculator. So you're going to have 2x, it is equals to arctan. This you will only get it if you do what? If you press shift on the calculator and then you put 6 there, right? And then what is the next step? I think once you press your calculator and do that, you will have this. You will have 80,537 37, right? Blah, blah, blah. Degrees, ne? So now we just want to remove the 2. How do we remove the 2? We divide throughout by 2. Then your x eventually will be what? Will be 40,3 degrees. Okay, so last one. Let's do last one. And then this one, it's everything combined. Okay, so let's call it alphabet F. Okay, this is our last one, alphabet F. So for alphabet F, what do we have? Where is alphabet F? Okay, so for alphabet F, we have 1 plus 2 cosine x plus 10 degrees, close the bracket. It is equals to 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay. So now, if we have this one, you see, you have so many things to remove here. You need to remove this one, this one, and this one, and lastly, you have to remove that one. Okay, so this is how we are going to remove them. We are going to start by removing this one here. This will be the first one to be removed. Then after you remove that one, you remove this one, ne? And then after this one, you remove which one? This one, your trigonometric ratio. And then after you remove the trigonometric ratio, you can remove this one here. You see, then you are done. You will get your answer. Okay, let's do that quickly. Then I'm just going to say that 2 cosine of x plus 10. Someone is asking himself or herself, where did 1 go? We removed 1. You see, 1 and these ones are joined by what? By a positive. So it means that we are going to transpose this time. Okay, so 2, 3, 5, 6 minus 1. Okay, so now after we have removed this, we will have what? We will have that number. Then now this will give you 1,356 when you press this on the calculator. Now we are removing what? 2, ne? How do we remove 2? We divide throughout by what? By 2, right? So let me just rewrite this. 2 cosine of x plus 10 degrees, it is equals to 1,356. Now I'm removing what? 2. I divide throughout by 2, right? Then this 2 will go away with it. Then you will remain with cosine of x plus 10 degrees, close the bracket, it is equals to 1,356. When you divide it by 2, you are going to get 0,678, right? Then now what's next? We remove cosine, right? Yes, so it's going to be x plus 10 degrees. How do we remove a trigonometric ratio grade tens? You just press shift and you press that, then it will go to the other side like that. It will appear like this on your calculator. Then you say 0,678. Okay, then from there, what do we want to remove? We want to remove 10. Okay, but then for now, let's just give them what's happening on the right. Let's give an update of what's happening in the right. So once you press this on your calculator, you will have 47,3124, right? So now you remove the 10, x, it is equals to, because of the 2 are joined by what? By positive. Then you do what? You transpose 47,3124. Then you transpose 10, it becomes minus 10, right? Then your x, it is equals to 37, comma. They said to one decimal place, right? So it's just gonna be 3 there. What are the units of angles? Degrees. Did we give them the units there? Yes, we gave them here. And then even here we gave them. Yes, then that's it for trigonometric ratios, guys. They are not really that hectic. I mean, come on, guys. This is very simple. You can't be treating it as if it's a rocket science, right? Okay, so you know that there is no way I can teach you without giving you homework. It doesn't work like that. So homework. Your homework, it is like this. Let's start easy. So number 1 will be cosine theta, it is equals to 1. Number 2, it is 3 cosine theta, it is equals to 0.33. Ne? And then number 4, you just give me sine theta. Oh, sine 4 theta. It is equals to what? 0.888. Ne? And then number 5. Guys, I'm really sorry. I'm tired. So this is the third one. This is the fourth one, right? So the fourth one, I'm going to say that 4 tan 4 theta, it is equals to what? 4. Right? And then I want something hectic so that you can get one wrong. Number 5, it is going to be 2 tan open bracket 2x minus 10 degrees close the bracket, it is equals to 3,4641. And then the last one, which I think it will challenge you a bit, it is this one, number 6. It is 2 tan 2x minus 10. Notice that there's no bracket here, ne? So there's no bracket. That's why it's not the same as that one. That one has a bracket. This one, it does not have a bracket. Then it is equals to what? 3,4641. So just a hint to answer number 6 and number 5. So guys, you always start with the ones that are not, or I mean with the ones which are joined by plus and minus. Okay? And then the bracket, it should be the last one to be treated. Like for instance, in this one, start with removing 10 first. Okay? Remove 10 first because of it is joined by minus. But then here you cannot remove 10 first. Why? Because of the 2x and the 10, they are all locked up in the same bracket. So it makes this thing it makes the whole thing an angle. Okay, but then here the angle is 2x only. That minus 10, it is a constant. So start with removing 10 first. And then I think our lesson ends here. Keep on practicing maths and enjoying it. It's not that difficult. You just need to work hard. Thank you.